From Little Havana, just west of downtown Miami, we've got baseball from Marlins Park. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the New York Mets and the Miami Marlins. It's Marlins baseball on the show. Next. Arlene Garcia gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
Digging in, the switch hitter as Drupal Cabrera. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Down the first baseline. Scooped up to second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Mets 2, the Marlins coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Steve Cook, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First things first, here's the throw over. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 0-1 the count. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in here hoping to make it 2 in a row as they broke a 3-game skid with a victory last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team's in the grind part of their schedule right now. Just had a short homestand, able to say hello to the family, kiss the wife, tuck the kids in at night, and they're back on the road again. This should be interesting to see the energy this team plays with today.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1 left for Miami. They're down 2-0. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
The windup and the 0-1. Here's a high pop-up. Talese is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. And let's focus our attention on outfielder Carlos Gonzalez, better referred to as Cargo. One of the sweetest players in our game. Just put on this earth to play baseball the way his body moves. One of the best defenders in our sport. Makes the game look super easy. He's going to make a big...
Next up for New York, Ahmed Rosario. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. The 1-1 home. And a ground ball to Tulowitzki. This might be 2. There's 1. On to first, and that's 2 innings and 2 double plays they've hit into so far as the inning is over. 1 hit's all they get. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Mets 2 and the Marlins nothing. Stepping in and ready for another shot, T.J. Rivera. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Backhand. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow. Ready for another chance, Travis d'Arnaud.
Catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
Ready with the 0-1. There goes Cabrera. Strike called. Now the throw down. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Another look at the throw down that results in a third out on the bases. More to come from Marlins Park right after this. Digging in for his second at-bat, Steve Cook comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the at-bat. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Cook is a strong defender playing up the middle in the infield. He's got great hands, good range, the big arm, and those skills are not lost on his teammates, his coaches, or his front office for that matter.
Yeah, he has the ability. What I love about this ball player, he's got such a great internal clock. It seems like it's bang bang at first every time, but the guy's out. He's got sure hands and an accurate throwing arm.
2-1. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. Here's another 2-2. High in the air out to center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They trail it here 2-0. Ready for another shot now, Steve Cook. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First offering on its way. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
On the ground to short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first. It's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to cut into the deficit. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Mets lead this one 4-0. Digging in once again, Jacob deGrom. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Well, you know, he had a good idea right there. The infield was playing back, but it's not going to work out for him this time. That's a nice play to react, and they take care of him at first.
Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in, T.J. Rivera. He singled his last time up. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Sent on the ground out to second. Cook is up with it. And quickly there are 2 away. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Steve Cook. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, They string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
He's ready. Here's
run it.
Throw on to first is going to be in time to get him, and the Mets have taken game one of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
4-0 the score tonight. The Metropolitans jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Jacob deGrom earns win number 7 on the season, so that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious New York Mets, 4 runs on 11 hits. 2 errors. They left 14 runners on base. For the Marlins, no runs, 5 hits.
Welcome in, everyone. Despite the rain falling today, the roof is open, so things may get a bit wet. Today, it's game 2 of a 3-game weekend set between the New York Mets and the Miami Marlins. Miami have lost their last 5 games. They'll attempt to break that streak right after this. Trevor Rogers gets the ball for Miami in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we look a lot at numbers from starting pitchers, walks to innings pitched, but one of the key stats I look for is whip. And he has a sub 1.30 whip coming into this start, which tells me he throws strikes. He's not afraid to get the ball in the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if he can string together some real quality innings in this one.
Steve Cook.
From the stretch. Grounded back up the middle. Rosario's got it cleanly, and he'll go the short way to retire the side. Marlins leave 1. Still no score. Standing in, Juan Lagares. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Ran it in on him as this is bounced toward short. Cook. Left. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Mets 2 and the Marlins nothing. So striding in, Steve Cook.
The shortstop, Steve Cook.
Here's the first pitch to him. And this is fouled at the plate. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2. Line toward right center, and he won't get it as that's down for a base hit. And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
You know, D-Roll, they finally push a run across here. Yesterday, they were shut out, so anytime they can score, it's almost like throwing a party.
Yeah, Dan, no kidding. Look in that dugout, looked like there was steam coming out of the hitting coach's ears right there. They had to get the offense going. Maybe that's the breakthrough they needed.
Left fielder.
Runners on the move for second. High in the air out to center field. Lagares is under it. He's got it one away. Now batting, Brian Anderson. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Third baseman, Brian Anderson.
Three and one, here it is. And that misses, ball four. So it's first and second now with only one away. And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is a fastball that misses.
Next up, 2-2.
Here now the 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
The catcher, number 28, Ryan Holiday.
Spin and a throw back to second. Runner back safely. Swinging a soft liner. Oh, look at the sliding Scott. Hats off to that one. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Digging in and looking for more, Steve Cook. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Way in front of that fastball.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
The 0-1 pitch. Way in front of a great slider that time.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute and hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
Grounder down the line at third. Reined in to Cabrera for 1. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
Well, they really didn't have a shot at turning 2 on the high chopper. They only get 1, and that allows the runner from third to score.
Ready once again, Carlos Gonzalez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Gonzalez.
Here's a pop-up now. Behind the plate, but room for Darno. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 5 innings complete. Here's Jay Bruce now. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Brinson is there. One down. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Steve Cook.
The shortstop, Steve Cook.
First offering on its way. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
0-1's the count.
And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. And gone right down the line the other way. Wow! A solo shot down the line in right. Home run number 5 on the year. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
You could see here that he tried to stay away from him, attacking the outer half of the plate, but he reached those arms and had enough power to go apple bomb. That's a great swing of the bat. Well, there's no doubt they've looked pretty inept the last 5 games, but they got the monkey off their back here with the win and are hoping to build on that now.
5-3, the final score in this afternoon's game. The Marlins used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Trevor Rogers earns win number 4 on the season. Drew Steckenrider earns the save out of the bullpen, his 10th. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score for this afternoon. First, for the victorious Miami Marlins, 5 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Mets, 3 runs on 7 hits. No errors.
Afternoon baseball now from beautiful Marlins Park in Miami, Florida. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the New York Mets and the Miami Marlins. Stay tuned for Marlins baseball next. Taylor Clark is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Marlins. Dan, any thoughts?
One of the things that jumps out, if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Third baseman.
So coming to the plate, Steve Cook, hoping to stay hot. He had a couple of hits, including a home run yesterday. First delivery to him on the way. And he fouls this one off. These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, they come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, Dero, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the 3rd game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game 3. It's always nice to win a series, whether it's at home or on the road. So this is a big one for this ball club.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Hey, not a very big strike zone, but a strike zone that kind of moves around a little bit too much for my liking.
Yeah, Dan, I know there's not a clear scouting report with Darryl. I'll tell you what, you're going to know in the first 2 innings where he's going to be.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Yeah, I can hear the crowd murmuring now, wondering if he hit him on purpose. But hey, us pitchers need to be able to throw inside, especially when facing hitters as dangerous as he is. Pretty sure this one just got away from him, and hey, that's part of the game.
Here's Starlin Castro. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Jankowski over at second. Cook at first. 2 out in the inning. In the dirt. Throw over to third here. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Ball 2.
Man, that's a tough take given where we are this game, but he got away with it.
Second and third, 2 away. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full. 3-2.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
Skied into straightaway right. Bruce is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Marlins strand a pair, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. So here's the cleanup hitter, Steve Cook. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0. Is hit very well to right. This one's hammered, and it's going to go. That one is gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 6th home run on the season for him, and the Marlins have made this a 2-1 game.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday. So you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a liner. A quick glove at third, and there were 2 gone. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Steve Cook.
The last at-bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
First pitch on its way. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. A leap, but this is out of reach and off the wall. Gonzalez blows through the stop sign, headed for home. He'll score easily as it's now a 3-2 ball game.
When this thing left the bat, I thought it had 3-run homer written all over it, but it bounces off the wall, so only 1 run scores. And now a chance for his buddy to return the favor and bring in 1 or maybe 2.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Garland Castro.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. The 3-1 is in there for a full count now, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Scooped up on the backhand. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first. A tag, and they get him at the plate as one run scores, but not the second. Now at the plate, Steve Cook. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this one's in the dirt. No movement on base. It's ball 1. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. The 1-2. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt.
Stand up, stand up.
And the throw to first ends the inning. Marlins forced to settle for 1. We're through 6 full. The Marlins lead it 5-2. Into the box now, Michael Conforto. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Now the pitch. The bouncer to the left side, and that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now. And that keeps the inning alive for Jay Bruce. Stepping into the box, Steve Cook. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1 on its way. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Gonzalez at second. Pollock on at first with 2 down. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2.
These are the situations right here that make me miss wearing a uniform. The big spot, the cat and mouse of what's he going to throw. I'm down 1-2. Can I battle back? The pitcher's trying to put me away. This is what the game's all about.
Ready on 1-2. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. 9th inning coming up. It's the Marlins 5 and the Mets 3.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
5-3 the final score in this afternoon's game. The Miami Marlins used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Taylor Clark earns his first win of the season. Seth Lugo was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Drew Steckenrider closes the door for the save, his 11th of the campaign. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score.